100. That's the amount of files that police in Surrey are investigating related to the ongoing extortion crisis in British Columbia. And it's not just the city of Surrey. It's also Abbotsford. And even places like Maple Ridge are being put into question. It can start off with a phone call or a letter demanding money and end with bullets firing into your home or your place of business.
Not long ago, there were people in Canada that were being tracked for their tweets. Stuff that they said. They went to a park, they filmed themselves during the mandates and they posted it. They had police show up at their doors.
Bank accounts frozen.
Yeah, why can we not identify these individuals, ask them the questions, and figure out where is this threat coming from? Whether it's from India or locally, we need to address this because it has sent a dark message to the community.
I'm Drea Humphrey with Rebel News, bringing you an interview today with Harman Bhangu. He's an MLA with the Conservative Party of British Columbia, representing Langley and Abbotsford. He's going to speak to his constituents' concerns, as well as some of what isn't always talked about when it comes to this concerning issue. MLA Bhangu, thanks for being back on Rebel News. Now, right now we're in Surrey, which is definitely getting the brunt of these extortion cases, but you also represent Abbotsford, which is also getting a lot. Tell us what your constituents are saying about this.
A lot of people are worried right now, especially with a 68-year-old individual right in front of his house getting murdered in broad daylight, early morning, and it's really concerning. And a lot of people are on edge, a lot of business community, a lot of people that provide the jobs and a lot of the economic growth for this area.
As we film this, November 21st, just 2 days ago, I think, was the most recent shooting that they're thinking is tied to extortion. When we look at these cases at large, the victims are South Asian, the businesses, the homes, a lot of Sikhs. Why that community? What's going on?
Well, right now you're seeing a lot of the threats. They're saying the Bishnoy gang and a lot of other things. But the big glaring thing is when I'm going out talking to people in the community, they're like, how can we not identify a lot of these folks? And what I'm hearing from is how do they always, how do you track them when people come into this country? Are they allowed to have their own ID or are they given a BC ID? One thing I realize is we should be actually having every single person that comes into this country should have to go through a local process of getting an ID for whatever province they're in. Right here should be a BC ID. That way they get the facial recognition every single time that they get their license, their ID from the BC ID. And that way there's a facial recognition to it. Who knows if someone's coming in from IDs from another country, police officers are pulling over people, and it's hard to confirm if this is legitimate. They can have fake identification. They could be out here with 5 different identifications getting let off every time.
Well, speaking of identifying, there have been a handful or a few individuals who have been arrested. And I saw you speak to this. You said that the BC NDP was trying to cover up who the heck was charged and quickly released. What do you make of that?
They have to release the names. They need to be transparent. The community wants to know who are these individuals, what charges were they committed, and why were they deported? Because there's a rumor floating around in the community right now, and these are just visa overstays. And if that's the case, this is very, very disrespectful towards the people who have been under attack and just the entire community.
I want to throw to someone who was formerly with the RCMP. Now he does public safety advisory with Simon Fraser University. This is what he had to say along those same lines.
These criminals have crossed a red line. My understanding is they've made threats towards the police as well. So let's get back to the immigration side and put some teeth into those rules and that legislation.
Now, again, we're told it's extortion. The Bishnoy gang running it from prison. But I'm hearing from others that there's more to the story. They believe that this could be India sending a message. You're talking to a lot of people. What do you think of that concern?
Well, the one thing that I want to know is we need to track these individuals so we can catch them and ask some questions. Not long ago, there were people in Canada that were being tracked for their tweets. Stuff that they said. They went to a park, they filmed themselves during the mandates and they posted it. They had police show up at their doors.
Bank account's frozen.
Yeah, why can we not identify these individuals, ask them the questions, and figure out where is this threat coming from? Whether it's from India or locally, we need to address this because it has sent a dark message to the community.
Especially when you are publicly posting. They're publicly posting the shooting like it's just a regular TikTok video. BC NDP is saying they're taking this seriously. The RCMP, the Surrey Police Services. What is the BC Conservative Party, or what do you think needs to be done more in this area?
Well, we need to start right now. Anyone that's coming in here, they need to be given a BC ID. They go through the facial recognition program, everything. And we need to start getting out there and letting the police get to work. Enough of this stuff. We know the threat is there. Let's start identifying these individuals. Let's get them. Let's ask them the questions and figure out where this attack is coming from. Because enough is enough. It's gone on far too long. There's been over 100 cases now. It's been months, if not years, over a year now. The whole
Since 2023, really.
The whole area has just been terrorized. How do you think we're going to get out of this clump of economic nightmare that we're in as well? When the businesses, people don't even want to be business owners if all you're going to do is get under attack and get extorted.
Drea Humphrey here with Rebel News. If you appreciate our independent news coverage, you can be a part of making it possible at rebelnews.com/donate. We appreciate your support.